Welcome back, everybody. Jesse from Beta Gaming here. I'm going to do another Summer's War video. This one hopefully will be a series. One thing that when I first started I had issues with was kind of knowing which monsters to keep, which to get rid of, which are relevant for early game, mid game, late game, etc. I mean, it's really hard to tell because you can't ask anybody in chat. You can't. I mean, like there's so many conflicting views. You can watch so many videos. I think there are a few videos out like this, but I figured I'd put out one for everybody. So the first set of videos I'll do are relevant 3 stars. I'll do one video for each since if I do all 5 elements, it's gonna take like, I don't know, 2 hours or something crazy. So I'll just kind of go through the 3 stars. I'll start with fire. And I'll talk about runes usage, relevance. I'll talk a little bit about skill ups. The one thing is, like, you get to a point in Summoner's War, most later game players know this, where you kind of regret punting a bunch of random monsters. I regretted punting like stupid monsters like Drunken Masters and any living armors. I'm trying to think. Any Taoist, but I feel like those are a little more obvious, because you eventually start. I mean, I'm in the point where I'm building stupid stuff. I'm just building whatever. So I'll kind of go over. I have written down 10 different monsters plus some skill ups. First one we'll talk about. I'll just talk about the element and what they are. So Fire Harpy. I haven't built one. I didn't really need to build one. Very relevant for Necro, being that when it's Lucasia, 6 attacks on the 3rd skill, multi on the 1st, multi on the 2nd. So good Necro beginner monster. Thing is, like, you eventually open things that are better than him, but definitely could be useful. Attack, crit damage, hit point, crit damage, attack, violent revenge, violent whatever. Good for Necro. Next mon, Roke, Fire Inagami. You get him from Feymon. I remember I had a buddy of mine. He was farming Feymon forever, and then he eventually got he must have had like 100 Hellhounds. Then he eventually got Roke, but I don't even know why. He actually 6-starred Roke, which I don't really suggest, but still a useful monster. It's good for Necro. You can build him straight revenge or violent revenge, attack, crit damage, attack. Once again, like the beginning Necro teams, you could build you could build hit point, crit damage, attack. Just some sort of survivability will help. Sustainable, like to help to create sustainable runs until you can kind of go all in. And also, Ro can farm. I've seen people build him and then he could farm to more 3. If he was just a farmer, then attack, crit damage, attack, and literally doesn't matter. You could build him, I don't know, sandwich biscuits. The biscuits offset though. What do I got next? Griffin. Spectre is a really relevant monster. It's funny, you read through his skills and you're like, probably, he seems okay, but so relevant. I was very happy to build him early. I didn't get Vertihill until maybe 4 months ago, so it helped with Dragon's Run, and he's also really good for TOA. For the first few, I didn't really have to explain anything, but the 2nd skill here does damage based on max hit points. So in TOA, especially against boss monsters, I mean in TOA hard, it just hits like a truck. And then you have the 3rd ability, AoE slow plus AoE attack bar backer. Really good monster. I tried him Swift. I tried him Violent. I like him on Swift. I just like him to be really fast. And then the problem I had was sometimes on Violent, he would just like Violent proc and kill himself if it was against somebody who did something when he got crit. I built him speed, crit rate, defense, speed, crit rate, hit point, one of those things. You just want him as fast as possible. You want to hit the accuracy cap, not cap, but you want to hit the correct amount of accuracy to help in TOA, either 45 or 55. I actually don't. I think it's 45 for Dragons, 55 for TOA. I could be wrong, though. Don't quote me on that. But very relevant monster. Also good on a starter Dragons team, your Sig, Vero, Bella, Megan, Spectra team. Super useful there. Same build, Swift, and you could build more sustainability there. I love how my cat's just like slawing about back here. It's ridiculous. Just whenever somebody like leaves a computer chair, she's like, oh, is that mine now? Can I borrow that? It's just gone. I wonder if there's another computer chair over there. I was wondering if there's another cat. I have 5 cats. They're just everywhere. I'm sidetracked. Oh well, it's cool. No worries. I should have started with water today. Got the blue wall and the blue background. And there's bubbles. Hey, mistakes were made. That's for sure. All right, let's move on. So Spectra's good in TOA normal, TOA hard, and definitely in dragons. Next monster I wanted to talk about. So the thing is, like, I'm not saying that other monsters are not useful. I'm just saying that I've tested these and specifically I've seen these specifically used. Like something like the Inferno, he's fine, but I've never seen him used. Not really worth your time to start. High elemental, Kali. I have one built. The second skill ignores defense. The third skill increases attack bar and gives him invincibility. Very good monster in PvP. Mostly in PvP. I've seen him used in speedruns. I've never tried him in speedruns, but he's really good at just killing some sort of either defense-based monster or monster. Because he ignores defense, he can pretty much just crush everybody. And he has the ability to become invincible for a turn. So that helps. So like I said, PvP. And then maybe your all-in style teams like a dragon team. Standard attacker runes. Attack, crit damage, attack. What's next? What do we got? The magical Cassandra, magical archer. I've seen her be used. I am considering building her. Like I said, you get to the point where you just start building random 3-stars because you look in your box and you're like, I have 17 skill ups for mummy. I should build a mummy. That's exactly how I got to the point of building bulldozer, because I was like, oh, I have 47 Frankensteins. Might as well build a Frankenstein. Who do I have? Bulldozer. All right, let's run it. But she does have 2 AoEs. The first one decreased attack speed. The second one does continuous damage. So she's useful in TOA. To put her on despair and just have at it. She's probably okay in PvP. I've never tested her, but she's fine there. Was this Randy? He is kind of obsolete these days. He used to be good with copper, but I think, was it Amnesty? Is it Amnesty? I forgot the name of the monster. This guy? Yeah, this one with Amnesty. Nicely done. 2 points. Amnesty with copper, you just increase attack bar and copper just attack. Randy, I guess in sustain fights, Randy's better in some fashion because of the usefulness of him as opposed to Amnesty, but it's probably not useful anymore. I wrote it down because he once was useful, not so much anymore. Sath could be used as a farmer. I had a buddy of mine, Tenzan. He built him as a Fame on Hard farmer. I mean, he's to the point where he has, I don't even know how many 6-stars he has, but it worked because he could do Fame on Hard in like, I don't know, 9 seconds or something stupid like that, because every one of his abilities is AoE or he gets to go again. So I think he just built him attack, and just he would do Fame on Hard in no time. So he did it for those events where you had to, like, I think maybe when the events where you do a bunch of things and you can do scenario a bunch of times to benefit from it. Other than that, I mean, Sath is an okay farmer. Could probably do Timor 3, but I wouldn't suggest building him. The thing is, there's 1 or 2 other Grim Reapers that are more relevant to me, at least. So I'd probably, if you really need a farmer, he can accomplish that. I'm going to talk about skill ups a little bit later. The last 3, you can't see, I'm pointing to him. The Frankenstein, I just built him. He's a defense-based damage dealer. I love most of the defense-based damage dealers. I'll probably end up building all of them. Like I said, I had a billion I had a billion Frankenstein, so I was trying to figure out what to build, and I think it's the lighter the dark one is also really good, but I don't have that one, so I just went with him. I'll show some of the runes on some of these monsters. He's just a defense-based PvP damage dealer. His third skill ignores defense and then stuns him, but if you put him on will runes, you could just go all in and he won't stun himself. So the next one is the Elven Archer, Adrian. Pretty much everybody knows Adrian. Adrian is really good for Necro. Standard Necro, we'll call it starter Necro build, or all-in Necro build, either attack or damage attack, or I mean you could pretty much build him hybrid, you know, attack, hit point, defense, whatever. He is because of he's just there to attack a bunch of times as well as put the buff on. That's really what he's there for. Get rid of the shield and then put the buff on, because he's not really going to do that much damage. He's there to do the multi hits and the buff. And then finally the Harg. I think like pretty much every Harg is decent. I think the water one is the only one that's not good. I think the light one has problems right now. I think the light one, they were confused when they made the light one. But I've seen Raccoon. I've seen Raccoon used a lot in random stuff, PvP, real time arena, dragons. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna build one now because I have the dark Harg, and that's just too many Harg skill ups. Not enough to go around. And then other skill ups I wrote down. I mean, this is going to be pretty much standard across the board, unless the actual mon is relevant. Werewolf, Mystic Witch, Living Armor, Taoist, Penguin Knight, Battle Mammoth. I wrote those down just because they have a relevant person in their family that's really good, but them in particular, probably not. Now, every monster could be built. I mean, I'm building a bunch of really dumb monsters. Light Drunken Master. See, I just 6-starred my Bulldozer. His stats are really bad right now. He's will broken. Working on that one. So yeah, I mean, I'm building a bunch of dumb monsters. I'm trying to think. So here's my Kali. Kali's another one that's broken. When I put it through the optimizer, you end up with a lot of broken sets, but the stats are actually pretty good. I can't do math right now. 2200 attack, 93 169, not bad. Do I have any? Here's my Spectra. I think it's on Swift. Yeah, 46% accuracy, 274 speed. The thing about Spectra is really insane base speed, 126. You put a Swift set and it's already really fast. So yeah. So my plan will be to kind of go over each element, put out a video. Here's relevant nat 3s so I'll probably do water next, then wind, then light, then dark. One thing I'll say before I go forward, or before I end this video, is I would keep pretty much every light dark nat 3, at least one copy of it, unless there's a secret dungeon for it. You just don't want to have to. You don't want to get something like, for instance, like Woonhak. The Dark Taoist. He got buffed a long time ago, and he went from being probably not relevant to being really good in TOA. Like, he's the same thing like Gildong. That's why I said when it comes to relevant skill ups, Taoist is so important, because the fire one is the only nat 3 that you're going to feed, because Woonhak is a nat 3, but you're not going to feed Woonhak. Gildong, Wuchi are both really good. I don't actually know if what's his name needs skill ups. Let's take a look. And I forgot his dumb name. Huadam. I mean, skill ups probably help, but probably not needed. But Gildong definitely could use skill ups. Wuchi could definitely use skill ups. So there's, yeah, like I said, I like to keep most 3-stars. The one thing I do is when an SD comes out, I'll farm like 20-25 of them, and then any of the ones I have in storage, I'll just pull them out and then, use them for fodder. At that point, then I'll have backups. So this is the first video, and so I'll do all nat 3s, then I'll do all nat 4s. So first of 10 videos, I guess. So here it is, the relevant Nat 3 fire monsters. Jesse from Baited, I'm out.